at close, they are still, as of September 30th, they are still closed today, halted trading. And this update here from BBC News was from yesterday. Evergrande investors kept waiting over a major deal as investors wait for an announcement about the future of struggling Chinese real estate giant Evergrande. Two more property companies are causing concerns over their ability to repay debt. And we talked about this a little bit yesterday. Fantasia being one of them. Does this list the other one? Fitch Ratings has said it downgraded Cynic after the company said it had missed interest payments and due to uncertainty over a $246 million bond repayment due later this month. The boss of Shanghai-based Cynic hit the headlines last month when he lost more than $1 billion in a market sell-off linked to concerns about Evergrande. I assume it's Zhang Yunlin saw his personal wealth drop from 1.3 billion to 250.7 million on September 20th, according to Forbes, when his company was forced to suspend trading of its shares in Hong Kong following an almost 90% slump in their value. That is pretty devastating to have that much wealth evaporate that quickly. On Monday, Shenzhen-based Fantasia Holdings said it failed to repay a $205.7 million bond that sent the market value of the Chinese home builders' dollar-denominated bonds down by almost 50%. So far, Beijing has not commented directly on Evergrande's financial problems, although the country's central bank and state media have signaled that the government is ready to help protect individual citizens exposed to the property market. So not much has changed since yesterday, other than when I made the the misnomer that it was open for trading, and it very much is not. So I would it's still there isn't a lot going on about it. I feel like if this was in America, there would be nonstop coverage about every person that works at the company. But here we, because of the barrier and the differences, we're like stuck on the outside looking in, hoping that things work out, not just for the company, but for the people that are heavily invested and have their life savings and or future vested in this company. So yeah, hopefully we get some news. I'll be continuing to track it as things grow and change and evolve. So we'll hopefully we'll have some news for tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be good news. Hopefully things will change. But I wanted to just give a quick shout out to one of our commenters who said who pointed out that Evergrande actually was still halted, unlike the article that I was reading from. So let's move on. Billionaire Mark Cuban, I don't know why I need to say billionaire. I guess Mark Cuban isn't enough of a draw. Says not many people like to pay in Bitcoin because it's an appreciable asset, unlike Dogecoin. Mark Cuban said people don't use Bitcoin as payment because they want it to soar in value. The Shark Tank star said they prefer Dogecoin because it's easy to spend and people don't want to hold it forever. Paying a salary in Bitcoin means the person would end up with less money, Cuban says. So my thoughts on this is, When I look at cryptocurrency, to me, Bitcoin is gold, Dogecoin is the dollar. Hopefully it gets to a dollar. I am very much on board with that happening at some point, even if it takes another, 6 months, year, 2 years to get there. I'm not a wizard. I don't have a crystal ball, but I am excited about the idea that you know Dogecoin. The difference between Dogecoin and Bitcoin, for anyone who doesn't know, there's only a finite amount of Bitcoin that can be mined, and I believe it's like 150 years worth of mining. The next time Bitcoin, like right now, Bitcoin is paying out. What was the number? 6.25 every 10 minutes, 6.25 bitcoins are created, and that is to last I checked was set to have to just half of that, so 3.12 or so bitcoins per 10 minutes in 2024. Now, as compared to Dogecoin, where there's 10,000 Dogecoin minted every minute. It's 10,000 minute every minute. And while that sounds like crazy, like, oh, how could Dogecoin be worth anything? The fact of the matter is that our own dollar, we're printing money in the U.S. every single day, right? So we keep that inflation of the value of that dollar to 2% or less. And there's a whole get into the weeds kind of thing that we could go down, rabbit hole we could go down here, but basically, the great thing about Dogecoin is that it never stops. So they never stop. It never stops creating. And while no one's using it, it deflates the value of the Dogecoin. Over time, as people grow, it actually can settle in to around 2% inflation if it had enough people buying and using and trading in Dogecoin. So that to me, and according to Mark Cuban, Dogecoin might be the answer to the Lightning channel that has not been created on the Bitcoin side and is constantly promised down the road. They keep kicking the can down the road. So that's why I think that so many people are on the Bitcoin, or I'm sorry, the Dogecoin train, because of the fact that it very much is not an appreciable asset. It will constantly be created forever. And there's a really good video. If you go check out Graham Stephan's channel, he has a really, really good video breaking down exactly why Dogecoin isn't like just a meme coin, and ultimately I think could be that dollar, because it's easy to mine. It's not. There's not a finite amount of it like gold as is being Bitcoin, and that's plus the fact that when you go to make a Bitcoin transaction, it takes 10 minutes to complete, which is crazy, but that's the way it is. So I'm on board. Ding ding, Mark Cuban. I agree. Let's get Doge to be that the equivalent of the dollar, and continue to make Bitcoin the value, or to be the equivalent of gold or some other rare metal.